The Great Prophecy is the prophecy that revolves around the Percy Jackson series. And today I will be breaking down it line by line and explaining any knowledge that I know of from history before it happened. And there's going to be spoiler warnings in here, so there's your warning. But guys, please do not attack me in the comments. I don't know everything. I know what I've done research on, okay? But now that's set aside, let's get into this, okay? So back after World War II, when Zeus and Poseidon's demigods were fighting I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like Halley's demigods. They were taken to a pause after have been fighting them because the Oracle of Delphi or Delphi, whichever one, had given them a prophecy that that Olympus was going to be destroyed or saved by a god of the big three. This did happen to revolve around Percy, but this wasn't, which I'll explain who is later, but you should already know him. But anyways, this was an issue because let's back up. They made a pact that they weren't going to claim any more demigod children because they couldn't risk Olympus being destroyed or whatever. So, but this was an issue because Hades had his 2 of 3 children that he had, which Hazel Levesque is explained in the Heroes of Olympus. I'm not even going to get into her. But he had his 2 kids, Bianca and Nico D'Angelo, and Zeus told... Wait, no, back up, I'm sorry. Zeus told him to put them in Camp Half-Blood, but Hades didn't listen, and the knowledge that I've gotten from is they were put in the Lotus Casino so they couldn't age anymore. So those 2 demigods were already off the list. So let me tell you the demigods that were possible were Thalia Grace, which is a daughter of Zeus, Nico and Bianca D'Angelo, which are biological siblings and children of Hades, and then Percy Jackson, who is one of the main characters and is a son of Poseidon. The Lotus Casino and Hotel is a hotel that time doesn't change, so they never age. You never age in there. You don't get any older, your age doesn't change, nothing. You're just stuck in the same year and a 7-year time lapse. Which, if you guys see why Nico's only 14 in the Heroes of Olympus, that's why. And so they weren't going to turn 16 in time for the prophecy to happen anyways. So they're automatically off that list. And Bianca was 15 at the time, I believe, and she would have turned 16, but she joined the Hunters of Artemis before she died. So she was also, and the Hunters of Artemis make you immortal when you join, so she couldn't have possibly been part of the prophecy. Nico was way too young to be in the prophecy. Now, Thalia, the reason she's not part of the prophecy, when she was 12 years old, she was heading to Camp Half-Blood where she met Luke Castellan and Annabeth Chase, and Grover Underwood, who is a satyr. Annabeth is the daughter of Athena, and Luke Castellan is the son of Hermes. She was attacked by a bunch of monsters sent by Hades after he got jealous and upset at Zeus for trying to attack his kids and killed his wife, Marie D'Angelo. And this was his revenge. So Zeus took pity on Thalia and turned her into a pine cone tree, which was the border of Camp Half-Blood. Now, let's see, where do I go now? That tree made her not able to age anymore. So even though she was, when she got out from the tree, she was 13. Because that was in the Sea of Monsters when Annabeth, Percy, and Grover went to go find the Golden Fleece, or Clarice as well. But Percy and Annabeth went to go find the Golden Fleece. I think Annabeth was with them, but the prophecy was set around Clarice when her father, Ares, told her that she has to go find that fleece or he would beat her. And she went to go find it, and then Percy went to go find it with her, but even though he technically snuck out of camp to go find it with her. But anyways, set that aside. Luke Castellan has a bit of a sad story, so I'm going to explain that right now. Luke Castellan ran away from home when, I don't remember how old he was. I think he was see, how old is Annabeth when he's 7. Hold on, let me see. I believe Luke was 12 as well. But yeah, Luke was 12 when he ran away from home, and that's when he met Thalia. He was met by the demigod Hales, I believe his name is pronounced. And he was given a celestial bronze blade that would later be known as the cursed blade, or in the line of the prophecy, cursed blade shall reap. I'll explain the lines later. And when him and Thalia found Annabeth, she was 7 at the time. After she ran away from home as well, he gave the blade to Annabeth, and the blade was known to protect the person that was holding it. Now we're gonna get to the part where I'm going to explain the lines. So give me a sec. Okay, so we're gonna go line by line, starting with the first one. A half-blood of the eldest gods. And we're breaking this down a bit further instead of line by line. We're breaking it down I don't know how to explain it, but you'll see. A half-blood of the eldest gods shall reach, or a half-blood of the eldest gods just means a half-blood of the big 3 will be one of the ones in the prophecy. Shall reach 16 against all odds means the half-blood will go through a lot of trials and close death experiences but still reach the age 16. And see the world in endless sleep. This refers to the final battle of the last Olympian, where Morpheus, the god of sleep, made a spell that cast over Manhattan and made all the mortals sleep. The hero's soul cursed blade shall reap. For us to understand this line, we would take a look at a little of Luke Castellan, son of Hermes' wife, who was a hero in the prophecy after he sacrificed himself to save Camp Half-Blood, when he could have destroyed it when he was possessed by Kronos. Now, as a kid, he ran away from home and met Thalia Grace. He was given a celestial bronze blade by a demigod named Hall, and he was told it would always protect the person using it. One night he met a 7-year-old Annabeth Chase and had given her the blade, which happened to be the cursed blade in the prophecy, which we'll get into a line later. He gave this blade to her that night after she had run away from home as well. The cursed blade was because of the betrayal of Luke to Camp Half-Blood. A single choice shall end his days. This means as he fought Kronos, or refers to as he fought Kronos, he told Percy that he could not kill him and that he himself was the only one who could do it. The meaning of single choice was that Percy had to make the choice on to give Luke the blade, which was a very difficult decision for Percy because he had been betrayed by Luke many times in the past. And Kronos could have just taken over Luke and killed Percy right then and there. But in the end, when Percy chose to give the blade to Luke, Luke came through as the hero and stabbed himself in his Achilles heel to kill Kronos, but to kill not only Kronos but himself as well. Percy's choice of giving Luke the knife ended his days, which is kind of sad because, if you think about it, Luke went from the villain to the hero. Now the last line, Olympus to preserve or raise. This part is basically just talking about Percy's choice will result in the destruction of the preservation of Olympus. If he hadn't given Luke the knife, Kronos may have taken over his body and caused him to destroy Olympus, but Percy ended up doing the right thing by giving him the blade, and Luke became the hero in the prophecy. And without breaking it down, the prophecy is a half-blood of the eldest god shall reach 16 against all odds and see the world in endless sleep. The hero's soul cursed blight shall reap. Single choice shall end his days. Olympus to preserve or raise is the entire prophecy. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to be doing a video of the breakdown of the prophecy of 7 very soon. So, bye!